Today, I'm going to talk about the Romeo Elvis syndrome. You got to do a very tight, close self assessment. Got to know the vulnerabilities, identify them indefatigably, indubitably, definitively. Where am I vulnerable? Where am I weak? Where can my opponent take advantage of me? Where can he fake me out? Where can he double talk me? Double bind me? What am I saying and doing that gives him license to put me in pillory and mock, humiliate, and insult? That is the Elephant Man, John Merrick. If one cannot build up the armor, the fighting skill, if one cannot systematically deprogram and get rid of the weaknesses by taking the behaviors, knowing the behaviors that provoke this type of response, the bully response. The victim calls out to his bully. He's got to know exactly what he says and does and how he looks, his posture, his presence, his countenance, his facial features, his facial behavior, his posture, very important, and the proximus, his artful use of space. It's like a prize fight. It's like the square. Life is like that square jungle. You've got to be thinking all the time. You've got to be well prepared, well trained, and you've got to be ready for as many possibilities as possible. And yes, in my opinion, you do train to lose because you have to know what it feels like. You have to train yourself to be able to cope with, to be able to stand down and stand good, to defeat, to agony, to ridicule. So you got to build a whole lot of hard bark on yourself to desensitize totally and not be embarrassable by anything. You have to say we're ready for anything. I don't care what he brings, or he or she, or the man or the woman in a social situation, or both of them together, or a group. I'm ready for it. I'll come up with something to counterpunch. I don't care what it is. This way, in preparation, you take a mountain and you train so hard and so scrupulously that when the actual situation occurs, it's just a molehill. In reality, you've squeezed out every ounce of fear, procrastination, hesitation, and you know exactly what you're doing out there. You have no expectancies, no delusions of grandeur, no hopes for entitlements, fair play, equity, parity, any of that. It's all a lie. Biggest lie ever been told. They're not supposed to make it easy for me to win. They're supposed to make the competition as tough and as ruthless as possible. And winning is all. There's no consolation for the loser. A consolation for the loser is an insult. Winner take all. But you can't, if you're in there fighting for your life, you're not prepared. If you're in there fighting for your life and strictly on a full defense mode, you don't want to be hurt, this telegraphs to my opponent, and that's when he's really going to hurt me. But it's stupid to go out on your shield if you have no shield to go out on because you're not rugged, you're not durable, you're not tough enough. It's better to turn cottontail than end up in the intensive care emergency and get busted up. It's better to go cottontail. Don't be a hero. The whole thing is practical wisdom in everything you say and do. Now I'm going to try a song and see if I can do anything. This is one of my personal favorites from Sinatra. Sammy Kahn, Jimmy Van Heusen. Today I may not have a thing at all, except for just a dream or two, but I've got lots of plans for tomorrow. All my tomorrows belong to you. Right now it may not seem like spring at all. We're drifting and the laughs are few. I have rainbows planned for tomorrow. All my tomorrows belong to you. No one knows better than I. Luck keeps passing me by. That's fate. But with you here by my side, I'll soon be turning the tide. Just wait. As long as I've got arms that cling at all, it's you that I'll be clinging to. All the dreams I dream, beg or borrow on some bright tomorrow, they'll all come true. All my bright tomorrows belong to you. Now after you hear Mr. Nomi sing, you'll understand why I have so much respect for the great singers like Mr. Sinatra, the maestro. Very hard to sing. It looks easy. It sounded, but it's not. I've been trying to do this over 40 years now, and I still haven't gotten it right on an amateur level. You can't breathe, you can't sing. Tone, quality, timing, everything. You have to become the master of trivial, frivolous conversations. You have to learn how to trust the silence. You have to be very, very careful of the subliminals. You can be manipulated powerfully by body language, by subtle suggestions. The women are masters of this kind of thing. They know how to evade, how to C-block ruthlessly, how to make excuses, and you have to be able to handle all of that. And remember one thing, when you look like me, I'm an anomaly. I'm 5 feet 3 inches on a good day. Got a 46-inch big fat gut. Proportions are terrible. A big old moon face. Large ET feature. Large features. So I won't be cut any slack at all. And that's who I'm talking today. These are the guys. Strategies for the short, small man. And they're the ones I'm talking to today. You're my guys. I'm talking to my own.